Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 19 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the New York Giants and the Indianapolis Colts. With that, let's get on up to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. For the call, we bring in our broadcasters, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with Eli Manning and the New York Giants. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that could have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Here's the kicker, Aldrich Rosas, ready to get us going. And off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Indianapolis Colts offense coming out onto the field, led by Andrew Luck. Preseason week 1, he made his first appearance out on the field in 19 months, and certainly Colts fans rejoiced.
And not a single one of them checked the numbers. He was 6 of 9 throwing, in case anyone cared, but no one cared. Bottom line, he was on the field, looked healthy, and now the Colts fans, they have reason for hope and optimism once again.
Shaved his neck beard, went with a mustache. A little questionable, but, Andrew, we're going to let it slide.
And I saw him get questioned on that in a press conference, and he handled it like a champ.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Well, let's discuss the Colts running game as we get a look at the starting lineup. Remember, Frank Gore, 35, still running, but he's running in Miami now. What do you see out of the Colts running game?
Well, you remember Marlon Mack out of USF played pretty well for them in 2017. He's expected to be their lead back, but has a hamstring issue. Will miss some time in the preseason, so it opens the door for a couple mid-round picks. Nyheim Hines out of North Carolina State and Jordan Wilkins out of Mississippi. Both of them get their chance now to fill that hole.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. It's complete to Grant. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. 23 yards on the play. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this.
And he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. So the fumble recovery, and now Manning. On the catch, this is Jonathan Stewart. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run. This is Jonathan Stewart. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. On 1st down, Manning. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Throwing on 1st down is Manning. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. He's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Mack. Nifty move. Room here to run. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while. What
it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Margus Hunt in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Manning to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Manning now on 1st down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Antonio Morrison coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Cody Latimer now on the return. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. 1 quarter in the books. 7-3 the score. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down, here's Love. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Hilton's first catch, good for a first down. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw on second down is Locke. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jack Doyle, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts add on to their lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up.
Is this Madden 19 or Madden 18?
A drive there of just 4 plays. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone.
Madden 19. Madden football 19.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now out come the Giants. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Manning now on 1st down. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, a 22. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Manning. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Throwing now is Manning. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a 1st down. Here's Manning to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down. Manning to throw once more. His throw incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Manning going to try and throw on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first. Now Manning. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Rosas now to kick this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Andrew Luck and company heading back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats or pits like you have for high jumpers, and you know you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your toughness. That explains your toughness right there, because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
And he's brought down after a good gain. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. On first down, it's Love. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Locke. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open.
And he's going to be taken down down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Here's Luck now on second down. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Chester Rogers from 17 yards out. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, and now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and they have decided it will not be a touchdown. 6 points off the board. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that makes it a 21-10 game. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown.
Hello.
The kickoff unit is out on the field.
Hello, how you
we'll
doing
send
tonight?
this one away.
How you doing? Welcome to the stream.
Latimer
How you
on the
doing, buddy?
return.
Welcome.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And here comes a big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. And some of his highlights here from this game, he's nearing 100 yards, partner.
And defenses have worked so hard at how to try to slow down tight ends. It was a lot easier, partner, in the old days because when they just lined up on the line of scrimmage, you either put a defensive end or a linebacker over them and tried to body them so they couldn't get off the line of scrimmage easy.
And now?
Now, when they split out, detach from the line of scrimmage, you put a linebacker out there, they're often too elusive for them. Shake them and get into the secondary too easily before someone else can try and pick them up.
To throw, it's Manning. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. He got 29 yards that time. First down now, but that clock rolling. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And it's second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Manning will try again on second down. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Danico Autry breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. On 3rd and long, it's Manning. And that is incomplete. Pierre Desir able to get a hand in and make that play.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Let's go, Mexico!
So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. He completes it to Stewart. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. On 1st and 10, Manning. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big hitter there, this one good for 18. On 1st down, Manning. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long. And
he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. 3rd and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack. Manning now to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They have the lead here. Where we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
yeah.
we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
On 3rd down, that's Mack. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Eli Manning and company getting set here as they head back onto the field. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he's brought down. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great one.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Escaping the pressure right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Third and long, it's locked. Escapes the defender. And this is caught at the 8. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
That goes for a gain of 31. Throwing on first down. Manning. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Manning now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. On first and 10, Manning. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Into the red zone now. Manning. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram from 13 yards out. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game.
If you're looking for a candidate to make that leap in his second year, Brandon, I nominate Evan Ingram.
6 touchdowns last year as a rookie.
Yeah, and he's so smooth with his routes and such a weapon, not just in the red zone, but anywhere on the field. I've had defensive coordinators tell me they treat him like a wide receiver when they try to defend.
Rosas now to add the PAT. PAT up and good by Rosas. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Rosas now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Jesus, second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, which to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time.
Offense.
Take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's Madden. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Taken in at the 22. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Complete to Stewart, right side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Throwing his man, and he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Throwing on 1st down is Manning. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Danico Autry in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Manning to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And the Giants' all-time leader in passing yards and completions and touchdowns, just another connection.
No doubt about it. That's the Eli Manning we know. Pushing the ball downfield and with proficiency.
Manning. And his throw is incomplete. Red Allison, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now Manning. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Manning now on first down. His pass caught at the 4. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. Now Manning again. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Anthony Walker in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. Now Manning throwing on second down. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's third down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. Wide open in the end zone. He's not hit, and somehow incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
Go by the wayside on that one.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what trend. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Likely the play of the game here, trailing for it on 4th and goal. He's back to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
Wrong. Wrong.
Throwing now, Luck. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off, William Gay. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Eli Manning getting ready to go again on offense. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another fourth-quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard. He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his home. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Back to throw. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there. And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th. Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. So locked down to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.